Yeah, soldiers, it's your boy, the Anime Sage, coming at you with another podcast episode of the Sage's Sanctum. And this is, well, a pretty special episode of the podcast. It's our 6th episode, and, it's been going on for quite a bit of time. You know what I'm saying? It's been a pretty good journey with this podcast, and I think a lot of you guys really like it. So, joining me again is What If Universe, or Drew. So,
howdy.
Say hi, Drew.
Howdy. Is it working? Is my mic working?
It's working.
Okay, good. Test this before we started. So, what are we doing first?
Yeah. So, we're all joined together in all this, I guess.
There's only two of us. Well, I guess the audience counts.
Well, yeah, it's the audience. That's what I'm referring to.
Oh, okay.
So, I guess let's start off with our waifu of the day. My waifu of the day is Karin Uzumaki from the Naruto franchise. I'm always going with a lot of Naruto, but then again, I think about Naruto a lot, as well as like MHA, Bleach, and stuff like that. But yeah, so Naruto. So Naruto isn't really like one of the only Uzumakis out there, or pretty decent amount of Uzumakis. One of them being Karin, and I just literally thought of her because of people putting out late comments about Karin and stuff like that on my what if I was a Naruto. Although I'm pretty sure I'll give her something to grasp onto in the later half of the series. So that should be pretty nice. Drew, who's your wife of the day?
All right. This is gonna be a hard one for sure. Because I got to think one off my head. You know what? I'm gonna go with Rukia Kuchiki, because why not? That sounds like a perfect person.
Yes! Rukia Kuchiki. That's a good one. She'd be great. She'd be one of those great girls. I love Bleach's females as well. They got... Actually, I think I'll talk about one of them on the podcast. Do this next time. Oh man, but I have a special one in mind.
Sometimes I get worried about this, folks. This is what I deal with every day. I deal with the life of Sage, of trying to be converted.
Shut up. You will be converted. You enjoy it.
Please help me.
Oh my god. Anyway, I guess most this is gonna be more so of a news podcast stuff and stuff like that, because there's a lot of stuff that was revealed. So the first news of the day: Naruto Slugfest smartphone game. I'll let you start.
Alright, so basically there's this game company, they're called Mars Games, and they basically created an MMORPG for the iOS and Android. It seems like there's a lot of these like anime games that are becoming MMORPG smartphone games, like I believe. Let's see, what's that one? Seven Deadly Sins recently had one. Another one. SAO.
Bleach Brave Souls, I think.
Bleach Brave Souls, Sword Art Online, I think has one. Like, it seems like a trend that's starting to happen.
I fucking hate it. Crap, I just got demonetized. I don't care. Actually, it's only one curse word. So, I hate it, though. It's like, I just don't understand, like, why you have to do this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got into, like, rant. I got into rant mode for...
Yeah, I think you're on the wrong podcast, Sage. Whoops, we should have saved this for the other one.
Well, I'm probably more so in like the more mind of I'm not a big fan of mobile games. So, yeah.
I've been enjoying the new Dragon's Quest mobile game. It's pretty fun.
I mean, Dragon Quest, I just like, when I hear like the name mobile game, it's like, I just can't get into it because it's a mobile game. They're microtransaction based every single time. The Harry Potter game is literally microtransactions. Have
Literally,
literal
like, a lot of them are. I think that's why they're going this direction.
things. You think that video games are bad? Let's talk about these little. Let's just talk about. Oh my god, these are a whole different topic.
If you want to hear Sage rant even more, check out Renegon Rants. On episode 6 there, he literally broke, and actually it's the angriest he has ever been on that podcast. And I don't know if we'll break that record, but we might. In the next one.
Oh, I think in Renegon Rant, not episode 7, the next one that's going to come out, I'm going to get even more heated, so...
Yeah, it seems like Renegon Rant's actually going the proper direction it was supposed to. It just took about 5 episodes to almost get there.
So, I'm pretty sure I'm in the... It's just like, I'm not that interested, I probably won't play it, and because I use my phone for other stuff. And, yeah, it's just more so I'm not in that type of mindset, I guess. So
yeah, Sage is too busy with Joystick Simulator right now. It's his favorite game at the moment. I can't get him to quit playing it.
Okay. Oh my god. It's like... It's one of those days, I guess.
It is. Alright.
But
more news.
Let's go to the other topic that I'm actually interested in. Yugioh Legacy Duelist Link Evolution coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC on March 24th. That is this month. So I'm pretty interested in this game. I might look at it. I might copy it because I love Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm not looking forward to like the Link. I'm not a big Link summoning guy or like Master Rule. What was it, 4 or 5? I think.
I believe we're on 5.
Which like this Link format, I think was 4, right? And now it's Master Rule 5.
No, Link format is Master Rule 5, I think. And Master Rule 4 was the Pendulum, I believe.
Okay,
I believe what's coming up next is Master Rule 6, which is like a retcon of like a ton of the rules, which is going to be pretty interesting, I think, for the upcoming Yu-Gi-Oh! Players.
Well, the thing about... just in general, I didn't like Link summoning because like it just restricted you way too much in terms of like in terms of what decks you could use because you had to put in links.
Well, the idea was that they were trying to slow down the game, but the problem was it didn't do its job properly. Like, you could still do stuff fast, you just had to use links now. There was no way it was going that was going to slow down the game. There was just no way because it's Yu-Gi-Oh! And once they come out with broken cards with links, it's going to speed back up again. Yeah, that's the cycle with the game. That's
okay. I think we are on Master Rule 5 because I think it says on the fandom it says Master Rule 4 introduce link monsters, link markers, link summons, and link states. Could be wrong, but this is a fandom site, so usually it has like at least basic information. The new Master Rules will be in April 1st, 2020. That does not sound good, in my opinion, because it's on April 1st.
Let's see, I'm gonna check it. I guess it is right? Yeah, I guess so. I kind of find it funny that they announced April 1st in 2020. This is when the new Master Rules are going into play.
April Fools! You don't get a new Master Rule.
I mean,
but I love this. I do like
the best prank that Konami has pulled off with the franchise. It's like make a huge announcement and nothing changes.
Yeah, but I do like this new Master Rule because again, it just leaves for like more. It just leaves up for less restrictions, and it's going to make a lot of decks playable in this coming format.
Yeah, I do think the new Master Rule is going to fix a lot of things to a degree, but also defeats the purpose of Link's monsters now.
They failed their purpose in the first place, so I don't really care. I just don't.
Yeah.
We just went from like talking about this video game to like going and talking about links, but like to the actual video game, it's gonna be interesting to see how they adapt Reigns into it. How Reigns is gonna be adapted. It should have a decent quality though, since it's a legacy duelist. The last one I've heard was pretty good as well.
If you want to try it out, there's a mobile game version of it, so you can play it. The end of it always say it's mobile games.
Oh my god, they use mobile games. They're gonna be the bane of people's existence at times. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, it's like one of those.
We're gonna have a Dark Knight Rising with Anime Sage, and his goal is to take down all the mobile games in existence.
We shall not allow these mobile games to take over our world and take advantage of our kids.
He's gonna be a vigilante who just dresses up in a costume, just smacks phones out people who have microtransactions.
Yeah, that's funny.
He thinks that they're mind controlled, but they're not.
Alright. Yeah. I wonder how like I wonder each format there's probably going to be a lot of decks that are going to be very competitive actually as well because I think Burn Abyss are about to make...
a lot of stuff's going to become viable again, honestly. Like it's probably going to be an actual good year for the game, I think. Because there's not much that changes if you think about it.
Yeah. It's just like you're taking away the restrictions that you had with Link Summoning. And I think Burn Abyss might actually make a full-blown comeback as a pure deck. More so. Like they're going to be able to spam boards like even more so than before with like some of the stuff they're going to have.
Well, they could do what they did with Dragon Rulers and just ban most of the cards. They've done that before for archetypes.
Burn Abyss is not that broken. Dragon Rulers were so freaking annoying. The reason why Dragon Rulers are banned and Burn Abyss haven't gotten that treatment as much. They're not overly broken.
I guess so.
Like okay, so every deck in Yu-Gi-Oh is broken, especially when you're able to get the combos off. But Dragon Rush was like another level.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Like, there's just so much there. Like it was so ridiculous.
I don't know. That format had a ton of broken decks, though. Actually, I believe it was like 3.
Oh my god, I forgot about spellbooks and the spellbook of Judgment.
That was in the same era as Dragon Rulers were.
But then again, Judgment was banned and not an entire archetype.
That is true. Judgment seemed to be the only problem.
That's the one card that you could argue should have gotten that definitely deserved the ban hammer. God, that was a broken card.
I kind of feel like it should be limited, but that's just me personally.
Maybe, but that card, if you have at least one of those, like, it's not fair. It's just not fair.
But yeah, that's our opinions on that stuff, I guess. Let's see I guess we'll go into the other news thing, which is pretty interesting.
AOT, Attack on Titan. So they are going to make they're going to be making a statue to be erected in the dam of the creator's hometown. That's insane, and that's a very good accomplishment for the creator. So the creator himself created probably an anime that a lot of people have become fans of, and now for all his hard work, they're going to create statues of near the dams of where his hometown is. It's a pretty good accomplishment for the creator. What's his name again?
I don't know how to pronounce his name. Hajime Ishiyama, I believe. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Hijame.
Okay. I don't know.
Hajime Isayama. Yeah, okay, I think you're right. Hajime Isayama. Okay, I kind of blanked. I kind of blanked a bit. All right, but yeah. So it was a pretty good type of, I guess, W. It's a very good W for this creator, I guess, in terms of the work that he put into this series and stuff like that. And I think he definitely deserves it when you get guys like Eren Yeager and stuff like that.
I'm surprised that it
Hajime
was
is
all
pretty.
like it was all crowdsourced. Like that's what surprised me a lot.
Yeah, that is crazy. Like, that's a that is freaking crazy actually. 29 million yen, and that'd be the equivalent of $267,000 in the US world current conversion. Like, that's a lot of money, and it's a very successful campaign. And I mean, this won't be like a failure like any of some of the video game Kickstarters that we've seen, such as My Number 9 and others. Oh yeah, Unsun's Story.
Let's not forget there's this thing called a Waxis that raised $250,000, and we still haven't seen that show up.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yeah, you're right.
Watch Renegon Rant to find out more about that.
Yay. Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
I feel like this is actually going to happen at least. Like, I actually have faith in it.
Sorry?
I said with this, at least I have faith that they're actually going to do what they raised the money for.
Yeah, it will definitely happen. It would be very, like, sad if it didn't happen and kind of scummy. Well, actually, and very illegal.
Well, I know it's delayed at the moment, but I still think it's still going to happen. Because I'm sure trying to get the bronze and the models, like, that takes a while.
Yeah, but I think they also had to deal with COVID. Now I got demonetized.
Well, if it wasn't for the other word you said, that word might have done it.
Oh my god. Actually, I feel like they're trying... Actually, I didn't say the actual word that people were saying at all.
Okay,
so.
You're good.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, they need to play a bit more Dr. Mario to solve the issue that's going on. Yeah. I think that's the only way I can say it without us getting demonetized.
I've got such a bad feeling that this better not get demonetized, because I have not really been breaking those rules.
Well, I think...
Oh my god.
Well, you've sworn in past videos, so it'll probably be fine. At least I'm aware.
This is kind of why. It's crazy. It is kind of crazy, though. It is crazy.
Yeah, like, imagine your own characters, like, being turned into statues. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's a dream come true. I would love to see Jakku become a statue one day. And me. Created.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool for sure.
I mean, like, it's something that would be like that a dream come true, I guess. Because Jakku Senju is kind of a badass. If you've watched What If I Was Naruto?
Which you should if you aren't already, because you're on this channel, I guess.
Pretty sure that Drew would also like you to watch his What If I Was an MHA?
No, it's What If I Was an MHA, Sage. Not What If You Were in MHA.
No, I said What If I Was an MHA. I told that exactly like that.
Well, I guess that is what I titled the video. It kind of gets it confusing if someone recommends it.
I was just quoting the title.
I know, it just sounds funny. It's like people have to recommend a video from me.
Oh my god.
The chaos that has been created by confusing people.
Yeah, but I feel like OCs in general are just fun to create.
Side topic, we'll do that.
Yeah, side topic. It's OCs definitely have like one of those like cooler elements because like you can do a lot with your OC. You can either make them OP, you can create a journey for them to get overpowered, and you can do so much with how you mold them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, people said my character's OP, but there is an extent why it is. Like, I do plan to alter it a bit, but I'm still gonna keep my base power, basically. I'm just turning one of them into, like, an ultimate type of move, you know? Instead of a actual quirk.
Best characters are like, I feel like OCs can also add some different elements to the story because their existence itself just changes so much about initial in any anime.
Well, when I look at characters that were actually in MHA, like Deku and Eri, for example, like Eri can literally manipulate time. That's a pretty decent hack alone.
Yeah, and Deku is going to have some. It's going to be for well, he's the main character, so that's enough said.
Yeah, he's about to get a ton of stuff, which is people are curious like other characters. So it's like if you catch up to the manga, you'll find out how OP Deku will actually be and scale to my own character. It's not even gonna be funny at that point.
Hey. Oh my god, this is going to be a very entertaining episode when it comes out.
What, this episode?
Alright. I think we could probably like
Let's do
yeah,
tip
but
of the
anyway,
day.
like OCs are yeah. Oh yeah, tip of the day. Let's get to tip of the day. So I think something that needs to be said is be smart when it comes to collaborating with other people.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. You don't want to be like collab with me or else or something like that because I'm going to block you right away or something like that. You want to at least be polite and not be, how do I say this, unbearable, obnoxious. I think those are two good words.
Yeah, that's for sure. It might also be good to ask other people their experience with collabing with someone because a person could be a lot different from what they are work ethic wise from actually what they produce.
Like, what, like, as YouTubers, we should have like a very good amount of work effort, but there's a lot of people there are people that just don't have it in them. And I'm not talking about like, well, there are outside factors controlling them, or like they always have to like do their own fans and stuff like that and they're so invested in their work. I mean, they're just kind of lazy.
Yeah, there's
And
always
they don't
people
really aren't.
who might seem lazy and stuff, and it's like you might want to be careful around those people because you might not know what they're up to sometimes, or you think they might not be consistent. Like, I was trying to collab with this person, I'm not gonna state their name and stuff, but we never kept getting back in touch, so we just never ended up collabing. Like, stuff like that happens. Like, you can waste a bunch of your time trying to collab with someone, but they just keep you hanging, you know?
I'd say like the strategy is that you have to make people collab with you or want to collab with you eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like, don't let yourself become more attractable, let your content speak for itself, and let other people reach out to you. Like probably at around your same channel size, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, like, the only way you can reach out to bigger people is that, one, you're willing to offer to do part of the work that they would normally do. That would be pretty hard to do like their editing because there's a lot of bigger YouTubers that have way more complicated editing stuff than me and Sage do. Although I would say at this point I think I'm more on par with most of my colleagues at this point. But I would say like my scripting for sure is not up to par with a lot of people because there's several times where I make errors in my scripts and it's like, well, I have to kind of live and move on because sometimes you have to make mistakes and keep learning as you go on sometimes, you know?
Usually I have to... I would say my editing has like a decent... is really good in terms of quality and stuff like that.
I would say it's improved. I would agree with that.
And I would also probably say that I'm really good at telling stories, and I do make very good scripts. But I don't know how far I am in terms of like the big boys up there. I just don't care about that.
My thing is like I care about it to an extent because if it weren't for the bigger people willing to work with me and stuff, I wouldn't be where I am today. And even though that some people I don't get along with, I feel that they still deserve the credit that they get for helping me get to where I am at now, basically.
But that's not what I'm saying. Like, you have to like there are certain people whom I don't know where I would be if I didn't reach out to them or something like that. What I'm saying is like I have to be concerned about how I can best improve myself and stick out from other people and stuff like that. And I have to show what I can bring to the table and stuff like that versus like other people. But I also have to make sure that I don't compare myself to other people because that's not a great trait. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's not really comparing yourself to other people. It's more acknowledging the fact, like, how they helped you get where you're at, you know?
I understand that, but I feel like there are times where people can like compare themselves to other people and like I'm not at this. I'm never gonna get to this point and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It just like you have to like try to think about. You have to acknowledge that there are people that have helped you along the way, and you know that have given you your props and have actually given you praise, but also acknowledge the fact that you shouldn't be comparing yourself to other people. You know what I'm saying? And just like give you like this like self-loathing.
Well, for me, it's more difficult because our people earlier on just compared me like to like other YouTubers, and it's like I'm not them. Like I'm just starting to get to where their point is, but I didn't like being compared that way. But it makes sense though. It sticks with you. It lets you know like, are you like comparable to another person, like in quality standards and stuff. Like the thing is, like a lot of people in the wife community like have a shared audience to a degree. I'm sure if Sage and me compared our subs, we would find at least a good percentage that are similar, at least.
Definitely share also a decent amount of subs with guys like X and Ty. So I would agree with that as well. I feel like a lot of us and a lot of people also have been subbed from Yugioh, and yeah, I think we'd also agree that a lot of us too have like a shared audience and community and stuff like that. So it's more so about the fact that a lot of us have that shared audience, and like a lot of people are just going to say, okay, how much are you scaling up to these people and stuff like that?
And when I think about that, I think like maybe you should just enjoy watching a person enjoy more instead of trying to compare this other person and be like the person you like watching more. Like I wouldn't want someone to compare me to Sage when they could just be watching anime Sage instead.
Like Drew is more, yeah, we're two very different creators in terms of how we like to do our business, but we also make a pretty good podcast team at times as well, especially.
Like I get that we're similar, but we have a lot of differences that separate how we actually are.
Yeah. For example, more perfect.
Okay, I guess we're gonna go there, but okay, yes, I guess that's a good example to start your audience off.
Yeah, I more so I have elements of like I use some of like dirtier jokes and stuff like that. I'm trying to keep my dog away from downstairs because I had the headlamp smashed down on the floor, and I'm worried that there's still glass in the area. So I'm trying to keep my dog away from the basement area.
I mean, I've been known to use jokes as well, but mostly they're in context with actual collabs, and I'm not the person who brings up the joke.
What would you say is another significant difference, I guess? I've just thought of one off the bat.
Well, you can mention if you want to. Go ahead.
It's like a lot of manga scans and stuff like that.
That is true.
I mean,
You use way more than I do.
Yeah.
Because I barely use them, because for me it's more like worrying about copyright, because if you don't censor the words and stuff, like Mondicool's warned me, like, you can get striked for that by Viz, because they've done that to Geeks for Fun before with their Goku and DC. That happened like twice to them, I believe.
I feel like it depends. Well, I usually make sure mine are zoomed in, stuff like that. So, I feel like I also have to make sure, like, I feel like they also, I'm not gonna talk about this, or they don't deserve any name from me. Or anyone who likes to be a jerk and tries to copyright strike one of my friends by being a renegade email account. You know who and I think a lot of people would know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, unfortunately that happens a lot, but I think we could end things here, don't you think?
Yeah, this episode should come out. I don't know when, but it'll come out. Make sure to
It'll
check
come
out
out if Sage actually needs to work longer on a video. We'll say that happens.
It could come out today on the day it's recorded. Who knows? You never know where it goes.
Yeah, what if universe? There's endless possibilities.
And I'm the Anime Sage. This has been your boy. This has been your boy. Sign out. Peace. YEEHAW. Bye bye.